not on the same level as Shogun, but a series I have been very, very excited to see for the last 2 years, I guess now, has been the Colin Farrell star The Penguin, which is, of course, a direct spinoff from the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman film. Listen, Colin Farrell, when they announced him as playing Penguin in the Batman, I, like everybody else on the planet, said, who? Colin Farrell playing Penguin? How does that make any sense? And then said they're going to do it with prosthetics and makeup. I'm like, all right, but it's Colin Farrell. Oh my God. Then we started seeing the first images of him from the Batman, and we saw the first footage of him. It's like, he ruled in that movie. He is so good in this. And then they announced they were going to give him his own series, which of him becoming the new Kingpin of Gotham. And it's like, yes, all the yes, 100% all the yes. And then about a year ago, they put out that first making of teaser trailer. And it just made me drool. That scene where he's just sitting there, some guy's talking to him, and then he just pulls a gun and starts shooting him, and he starts laughing. So I'm like, oh my God, this is like all the best of Casino and The Godfather mixed with a DC superhero kind of film, like kind of rolled into one. And then they got it rolling, and they started shooting the movie, and then the strikes happened. And it shut the thing down. And it's kind of left it in a limbo, especially us fans in a limbo, about not really having a clear picture on when this is coming out. We've heard them say they're aiming to get it out in 2024, but we also heard some people saying it looks more like 2025 sometime. Well, there are now reports going around that they've got their release window, and it is this year, and it could be the fall. This comes from the folks at Heroic Hollywood who wrote this. David Zaslav expressed his enthusiasm for the upcoming slate of Max content during the earnings call, stating, looking ahead, we've got one of the best lineups in the history of HBO. This next quarter, we'll have Hacks, which is a show I've never watched, but a lot of people rave about. I've never watched myself, but people go crazy over it. We have Hacks, House of the Dragon, followed by DC's Penguin, and the new Dune series, which we're going to talk about that in the coming weeks, of course. Given the recent reports that House of the Dragon may premiere in early summer of 2024, Zaslav comments logically place the Penguin on track for a fall of 2024 release, which, by the way, other outlets have been saying that's going to be its release window as well. This timing aligns with the recent wrap-up of production for the series, further fueled by reports of Batman actor Robert Pattinson being spotted on set during the final days. So we're talking about being about 6 months away. And by the way, did he just say, Zaslav say this next quarter for Dune, which would of course be the Benny Jesuit series? Oh my God. And by the way, I'm dying to see that now. I cannot wait to see that, but we're talking about the Penguin here. Man, if he's accurate about this, and we are talking about a fall right after the summer, so probably looking at sometime maybe in September of this thing coming out, man, I'm so excited because I have really, for my own well-being, I just thought, you know what? Don't even think about Penguin because I have no idea when this thing's going to come out. And now I could actually be within sight. And he's right. If they could come out, if Max could do, again, I can't talk about Hacks because I've never seen it.
It's
I understand.
great. It's Gene Smart.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, and I've heard nothing but great things about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got Hacks, and then you do House of the Dragon season 2, which it doesn't have to be better than the last season, but if it's even as good as the last season, oh my God. And then you roll right into the Penguin, that is a solid lineup.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the Benny Jesuit Dune series because we haven't seen a single thing about it yet, but man, that is a pretty good lineup for them, but I cannot wait for this Penguin series. Anyway, Chris, what did you think about the character of Penguin? You saw that teaser thing they put out a while ago. What are you expecting from it? And are you excited about the series?
I'm stoked about the series. More time in Gotham's crime underbelly. Like, that's all I want. And Colin Farrell, I think just like superseded everyone's expectations. I don't think anyone thought that he was the guy to be Penguin, especially when it was, look at all this prosthetic work they did to make him look like a very sinister Richard Kind. So he does a beautiful job. He just absolutely disappears into the role, not just because of those prosthetics, the way he holds himself, the way he speaks, the way he makes the Penguin just interact in this world. He does such a wonderful job in this film. For me, this is the thing that should have gotten him a nomination, not Banshees. This is what I really love him in. But that's just me. So I'm dying to watch this show. I love that we will, in theory, because of those spottings, be getting a little Pattinson in there. It only makes sense to me to have some Batman in the Penguin series. Not ever present, but looming, popping in every now and then just to have that connection.
That's my only fear is people are going to be like, it's boring, because it could be an excellent crime drama, and people are still going to say it's boring because there's no Batman, there's no crime fighting. It's like, that's not what this is.
I don't want it to be, how people felt about Daredevil popping into Echo.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't enough Daredevil. Well, it wasn't his show, man. Calm down.
Yeah, it's not a Daredevil show. Did you notice it was called Echo?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
And so if we have the same thing with the Penguin of, there wasn't enough Batman. Well, it's not his show. Calm down.
Yeah.
And what I always loved about Batman the Animated Series is it does what I love most in Batman stories of usually the typical antagonist is Batman. You're following the story of the villains most of the time. And so we kind of flip that whole protagonist-antagonist thing because it doesn't mean hero versus villain. It's just who the story's following and who is antagonizing them. They can be on the side of good or evil, right? And I love the idea of following the
look
villain.
at The Sopranos.
Exactly. So if we follow this and we have that kind of Sopranos thing where the good guy, quote unquote, is foiling his plans, but we're so invested in them, that makes for a really interesting watch. I think HBO could have something really great on their hands. Please don't fuck it up, guys.
Yeah, please, please, please. By the way, you mentioned that, and I kind of had the same thoughts that I really thought Colin Farrell could have gotten a Best Supporting Actor nomination for The Batman.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that a lot because there was another movie he was in. Oh, God, I can't remember how many years ago it was now. That I was 100% believe fully he should have gotten a nomination, but he got overshadowed because it was in a movie with Tom Hanks, and I forget who the female lead in it was, but I think it's called Saving Mr. Banks.
Oh, yeah, right.
About the creation of Mary Poppins.
It was Emma Thompson was the lead.
Who was that?
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson, right. So you had Emma Thompson and Tom Hanks. And so clearly that was Colin Farrell wasn't on the poster, wasn't in any of that stuff. But I think it might be the best performance of his career. And I completely, to this day, believe he should have gotten nominated for an Oscar for that. Like, I thought he was just incredible in that.
He's really upped his game. Yeah. He's gotten amazing.
He's become very good. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. On average, it takes about 30 days for a person to break their New Year's resolution. So if saving money was on your 2024 list, your odds aren't looking that great. Luckily, I have a 100% guaranteed way to save you money this year. Just switch to Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for $15 a month. I've told you guys many times that after switching to Mint Mobile, I am spending less than a third on my cell bill than I used to with a major carrier. Say goodbye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. All Mint plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And don't worry about having to change phones or numbers. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. So guys, to get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bills to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Are you looking forward to this Penguin series? If so, what do you think about it now? It looks like we've got a window. It could be coming in about 5 or 6 months. However you feel about it, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.